Let's talk about self-forgiveness. Now, I made a video before talking about the importance of forgiving other people because you don't really do it for others, you do it for yourself. But today I'm going to talk about self-forgiveness and why is it so important to forgive ourselves. Now, we are going through a major energetic transformation, evolution of humanity right now. Our DNA is being activated, is being evolved, is being upgraded. And there are many changes going on in the system, in the matrix, in this grid we live in. And it's very important that we are able to follow up with the rest, that we're able to continue on this evolution, on this transformation. But in order to do that, we must heal. We must leave behind many things that are keeping us stuck, many things that are not letting us move on. And many of these things could be these grudges that we have with ourselves, this pain and these things that we cannot forgive ourselves. And many things are not even things that you did wrong, are just things that went wrong or that you did not make the best decision. But it's not that you did something wrong, it's just that things just didn't work out for you. And because we have all these societal standards, we have these requirements that our society, that our family, that our community ask from us, then we make decisions not based on our heart, not based on what we truly want, but rather on what in that moment we think is correct. And sometimes again, these leads to paths, to dead ends, and then we blame ourselves for not being perfect, for not making the right decision, for not acting accordingly. But the truth is that mistakes are just an aspect of humans, and it is something that we need to learn to live with, to understand that we are not perfect. Nobody's perfect. The important thing here is to learn from our mistakes. And again, to forgive ourselves. So the reason why I think it's so important to forgive ourselves is because we need to let go of that blockage, of that what is stuck in us. Because if you don't forgive yourself, if you continue on being so hard on you, that is self-sabotaging you, because you cannot see all that you have done, all that you can do, and all that is in your hands right now for you to continue on this journey, to continue evolving. I say this, and everything I say here is basically based on my life experience. I'm not going to talk about something that I have not lived because I couldn't really have the wisdom to talk about that. I am talking from my life experience. I'm talking about what I have lived, and I've been really hard on myself, and I am still healing from that because I continue being very hard on myself. I have pushed myself, and I have asked things of myself that are not possible, and actually that contradict each other, because I have traumas and then I respond in a way and act in a way, and then when I act that way, I feel bad and I don't understand why I do that, and it's like a vicious cycle. Then I feel bad with myself because I am so hard on myself, and then that creates some sort of anxiety, and then it makes me feel bad about myself again, and then again I fall into the same trap, feeling bad about myself. My self-confidence goes down, and then my anxiety goes up, and then again I fall into the same trap, the same coping mechanisms. And then because I am doing those coping mechanisms again, I feel bad about myself because I don't understand why, which I actually do understand why, but I keep doing them. So we fall into the vicious cycle of doing the bad habit, then feeling bad because we did the bad habit, and being so hard on ourselves because we are not, again, perfect. And we are not perfect. We are not meant to be perfect. The only perfect thing is God, and we are a creation of God. And we're here to learn, and that's why we're not perfect. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any reason to be having this human experience, to be here on planet Earth, on this realm, experiencing what we experience. If we were perfect, there was no job, there was no purpose of being here. But rather, these mistakes and these imperfections and these flaws are what makes us so perfectly creations of God. So, this message is just for you to stop being so hard on yourself, to recognize all that you have done. Recognize it, because sometimes we don't look at the past and we don't see those things that we have done. We have done a lot, and you need to take in those things that you have worked so hard, those habits that have helped you in the past, those habits that you have kept, and that discipline. Maybe your discipline is not perfect and you want to better it, but there's some things in your life that other people don't understand why you do it, and those things are the ones you need to take in and realize that those are your roots. What keeps the tree standing is their strong roots. You need strong roots. You need to grow your roots. You need to grow something that keeps you on foot. So forgive yourself. And that's one of those, because if you don't forgive yourself for anything, any reason that you have, then again, you will continue on this self-sabotaging path. You will continue with that baggage. And in this path that we are going through right now, and this transformation that we're going through, there is no space for that baggage. I'm sorry, because we are moving into a new reality in which we are less dense and more light, and all of this density that you have been carrying must be left behind. And if you don't leave it behind now, it will be harder in the future. Your future, in the near future, will just become harder and harder, and you will see that you will keep staying stuck for a very long time if you don't let go of it now. So this is a wake-up call for you to forgive yourself and to leave behind all the baggage that you've been carrying with yourself. This is the time for you to reinvent yourself and to again feel strong and feel that inner power that exists, because it exists within every one of us. There is so much infinite. It's infinite. It's abundant power, willpower, and you must activate it. Activate it, because when you continue on with this baggage of self-destruction, doubts and fears, and lack of confidence, you cannot tap into this abundant and infinite power, this willpower to transform and transmutate your life.